Hi guys, welcome back for another video, and this time I'm going to talk about 3 from the 7 basic electrical wiring. I am Albert John E. Reyes, your future electrical engineer, and hope you'll watch till the end. To start, the 3 basic electrical wirings that I'm going to talk about are the following. 1 switch controlled 1 lamp, 1 lamp in 2 locations, and 1 lamp in 3 locations. These basic electrical wirings are seen in our homes, in which the electrician is the one who will execute the layout of the electrical plan by the architect or the electrical engineer in a house. The first basic electrical wiring is 1 switch controlled 1 lamp. This type of wiring is usually used in comfort rooms, personal rooms, basement, and etc. Second is the 1 lamp in 2 locations. Basically, it is 1 lamp with 2 switches in 2 different locations. This type of wiring is seen in the kitchen. For example, if you are going to the kitchen from the dining area, you can operate it near the entrance of the kitchen where the dining area ends. And if you came from the kitchen door, you can operate the light from the area of the kitchen door to the switch to the kitchen light without going to the entrance of the kitchen where the other switch is located. And lastly, the 1 lamp in 3 locations. This type of wiring is seen in hallways that has rooms. For example, if you are standing at the entrance of the hallway, you can operate the light of the hallway from there. And same goes to the end of the hallway. If you came from where the third switch is located, which is at the other end of the hallway, you can operate it there. If you came from the middle rooms in a hallway, there's a second switch located there so that you will no longer go to the both ends of the hallway to operate the lights. To put that into perspective, I created a diagram where switch 1 is located here, switch 3 is here, and switch 2 is here. So if you came from this end, you can operate the light here, and if you are on the other end, you can operate the light here. And if you are from the rooms, or specifically in this room, you can operate the hallway lights from here to switch 2. To put that into the perspective of the electrical wirings, here's a 3D figures that I made for you to understand the concept. Okay, so here's the 3D figure that I made so that you can further understand the concept of wiring. So first we have the 1 lamp controlled by 1 switch. Take note, source to the lamp, from the lamp, switch, from the switch, back to the source, or this is called the return line. Basically, the concept here is that this type of switch here that I used is a 3-way switch, which means 2 independent and 1 common. You will see that type of switch on the later part of it. So basically, the switch has 4 ports, but I only put 3 because there's only 1 port for a single line that's coming from the lamp. So on the switch that I use, there has 2 ports here, which is the 2 independent ports, and here is the common port where there are 2 ports but it is connected, so either way there's only 1. So from here, I connected the lamp to one of the two of the independent ports of the switch, and then connected the return line to the common port switch. So that is the one switch controlled by one. Next, we have the one lamp controlled by two switch, or one lamp, two locations. So here's the concept of the switch here. Now, I placed the two independent ports here already, and two ports of the common port. So I connected the lamp to the common port of the first switch, and I connected the return line to the other common port of the second switch. Thus, I connected each independent ports to each other. So this is an independent port, this is an independent port, also an independent port, and also independent port. So I connected this here, this here also. So the basic concept here is when I switch this off, I can operate the light from here. So I can turn on the light from this switch and vice versa. So that is the concept of this type of wiring. Lastly, we have the one lamp controlled by three switch, one lamp, three locations. So the concept here is that I am using two three-way switches and one four-way switch. In this four-way switch, there is no common port, so each port are independent. So from the lamp, I connected it to the common port switch, and same goes to the return line that I connected it to the common port of the third switch. Just take note, it's a three-way, four-way, and another three-way. So basically the concept here is the independent port of the switches is directly connected to each other. So we have this port here dependent, I connected it to the other independent port of switch, and same goes to other. So if I'm going to turn on the light from here, I can turn off the light from these two switches, and if from here I can turn off the lights from these. And lastly, if I'm going to turn on the light from the third switch here, I can turn off the light this switch. So basically that is the concept of the three location of the one lamp controlled wiring. So that's the concept, and I'm going to show you the video of the actual wiring. Okay, so here's the demonstration. First, I'm going to turn on the circuit breaker. Be alert that your wires are now live, so be careful. So this part here is the one lamp controlled by one switch. To operate, on, off. So as you can see, from the source to the lamp, to the switch, which is I connected it to one of the independent ports, and connected the return line back to the source to the common port. Here we have the one lamp controlled by two switch. So if I'm going to turn this on here from this switch, I can turn off the light from this switch and vice versa. On and then off. So from the source to the lamp, from the lamp to the switch, to the switch to the other switch, and from this switch back to the source. This is a this is a parallel circuit because we have only one source, so I tap from the source and the return line. So here in the concept of here, this is the common port here, and this is the common port, and this part here are the independent ports that I connected it to each other. Okay, so this is the one lamp controlled by 3 switch. On the circuit breaker, be careful not to touch any wires because your wires are now live. So if I'm going to turn this switch on, I can turn off this light from this switch and from this switch also, but it's already in off mode. So yeah, basically that's it. So if this is on, and I can switch off it from here. If I'm going to use the switch, I can turn it off from here and also from here. And lastly, if I'm going to turn this on from here, I can turn it off by here and also by here. So from the source to the lamp, to the lamp, to this switch, and this switch to the other switch, and this switch to the other switch, and thus my lines are secured and right. So this port here is the common, the other one is common also, and these ports right here are independent. To have a clear view, here's a different angle. So in a clear perspective, so these are the independent ports that is connected to these independent ports. As what I've said, it has 4 ports, but in this 3-way, we have a common port and 2 independent ports. So independent to independent, the other one, and the other one also applies to the other. So that is the 3-way and 4-way switches that are connected. Okay, so that's for this video. Hope that you learned something from it and enjoyed it, and see you in the next one if there's a next one. Peace.